You're welcome to yet another class, and today we're going to be talking about emotional eating. Yes, everyone, most likely everyone in the world has experienced this. So basically, emotional eating is when you try to replace a feeling with food. That means you reach out for food in response to a feeling or an emotion rather than actual hunger, right? Normally, the way your body works is that you're supposed to eat when you're hungry, okay? You're supposed to eat to fuel your body, to nourish it. But we all know that we use food for so many other things. We use it as an antidepressant, we use it, to reduce our vexation. We use it for so many other reasons, which is why many of us struggle with excessive weight, okay? So, how do you resolve this? The very first thing is in identifying your trigger, and that's on you. You need to listen to yourself. The next time you feel like grabbing something to eat, just stop yourself and think why do you suddenly feel like you need to eat something right now, even though you're obviously not hungry. And these reasons, it will be different for different people, and it can also be different things at different times for just a single person. So it can be boredom, of course, that's one popular reason. It can be loneliness, believe it or not. Yes, it can be stress is another very, very popular reason. Okay, those are one of the, I think it's three top reasons: boredom, loneliness, or stress. Loneliness or depression or feeling, sad of some sort. I'll put all of that in one under one category. Okay, so when you then identify your trigger, the goal is for you to then resolve the trigger. What do I mean by resolve? If, for example, the issue is stress, then you need to find a way to reduce stress in your life. Yes, I know that it's not going to be easy, but you need to figure it out. If you're always so stressed that you're always eating because of stress, the funny thing is that some people actually don't eat when they're stressed. They forget to eat. We all have different responses to stress. So if you're unlucky and your response is to grab a pack of plantain chips, then you know that you have work to do. You need to figure out, why are you stressed? Whenever you find yourself in a stressful situation, sometimes we feel like we know why we're stressed, but the truth is, if you don't spell it out, then you can't solve it. Why exactly are you stressed? Is it a work thing? Is it a family thing? Is it a combination of things? Sometimes just writing stuff down helps. Some of us have like 20 things to do on our to-do list. Then you don't now write it down. So basically everything is just swimming in your head, and it's almost like your head is going to explode and you feel out of control. But when you write it down and everything is plain and clear to see, number one, do this, do, then you can see it. It has many advantages. Besides the fact that now you know it's written down, so you know now that you cannot forget. Sometimes part of your stress is the fact that you think you're going to forget to do something. But why don't you just write it down so that you will not forget? Okay? So write everything down. So besides knowing everything that you have to do, and now that it's written down, you know that you cannot forget. And it kind of puts you back in control. It also helps to figure out which ones you can delegate. Okay? Whether you like it or not, there are actually people around you that want to help. Okay? So when everything is written down like that, go through your list and ask yourself, which one can somebody do for me? Whether your husband or your friend or your sister, whoever it is, or your mother, figure out which one somebody can help with, okay, and call them up and get them to help. Super, super, super important. You're not superwoman or superman. Get people to help you, okay? That's another super important reason why it's good to do that. Another thing is that it helps you prioritize, okay? When you have everything nicely laid out and written out, you can figure out which one is most important and do the most important ones. Guess what? When you do the most important ones, it lifts a significant burden off your chest and you just feel a lot less stressed. And then there are some things on that list that you probably cannot do anything about. Those ones, my dear, you need to learn to let go. Once you have figured out the ones you can do something about, and you have either done something about it, either yourself or you've delegated it to somebody, but you've gotten the ball rolling, right? Then there's nothing else you can do there. You've done what you can do. Then there are the ones that, until maybe some of them just require patience. Basically, you don't know what's going to happen. All right. There was this particular weekend that I had an issue with, I think was it the bank? It was very annoying, right? But it was a Friday, which meant nothing could happen until Monday the next week. And I was so mad. But then I quickly caught myself and I'm like, Adoria, if you're not careful, you're going to make your whole weekend about this issue with the bank, which you can literally do nothing about. You will just ruin the weekend and be angry the whole weekend because of something you cannot do. So I immediately just in my mind, I was like, oh, you need to let it go. Stop thinking about it. On Monday, we'll start vexing again, right? We'll go and vex and go and face the bank. So you need to learn to start doing that. It's not easy. It takes time, but you will get there. If it's loneliness, please call somebody up. I don't know, watch Netflix, but find something that works, okay? And sometimes, but the most important thing is you know what's causing it. Then you can start finding solutions. Now that we know what it is, finding solutions can become easier. So for stress, I've listed a lot of things that you can do. If it's that you're lonely, call somebody up. Are you angry? If even stressed, you maybe just need to call somebody up and rant about it, and you might end up feeling a lot better. Okay, it might be you just watching Netflix or going on Instagram and watching all of those funny videos that all these crazy people are doing now and laughing your ass out so that you can just distract yourself from the problem. Okay, but find something. You're looking for alternatives to food to help you, because when you eat food, you're hoping that by eating that food you're looking for a certain feeling, right? You're looking for a certain emotional response from eating the food. So your work now, your homework, is to find something else that will give you a similar feeling that food would have given you. Okay? Is it talking to somebody? Is it taking a walk? Is it watching a series that you like? Is it getting your life more organized so that you're less stressed and you feel more in control? Figure it out. Okay? Super important. And then the last thing, okay, is for you to then implement these things. Now, I've talked, but you need to actually implement. Try different things. You might try walking and then that doesn't work as much, or talking to somebody, or whatever it is. Recently, guess what? I tried chewing gum. Yes, for when I am bored, and it has been working. I normally always have gum, but for some reason I just stopped buying it. And then I recently got it again, and whenever I'm bored and my mouth is like, I want to eat something, chew gum. There's so many sugar-free gums. Buy a pack and put in your bag and chew. Okay? Whenever you're beginning to feel all peckish. Alright? It works. And it might not work as well for you, but it is your job to test out different things and find out what works best for you. Okay? And if it's a more deep-seated issue in your life, then you need to figure it out. I don't know, maybe you're lonely or you're sad because you lost somebody. Okay? There are some things that are, can be some very serious, deep-seated emotional issues that you need to deal with. And my dear, if it's that serious that you need to even see a therapist, then you need to, because until you resolve the thing that is causing the emotion, then it's going to be difficult for you to battle emotional eating. Now, of course, I'm giving us solutions on what to do, because, for example, stress, even if you reduce stress in your life, something will always come up in your life that will stress you. So you need to have, like a countermeasure for when the stress comes. But at the same time, you also want to reduce the stress in the first place, so that the number of times you need the countermeasure will be a lot less than, when you started. So it's a two-way street. You're reducing the trigger, but then you also have a backup plan for when the trigger actually shows up. Okay? So whatever the reason is, identify it and you need to solve it. Either by talking to a friend, you talk to a family member. I don't know, maybe you're fighting with your mother and you're not happy about it. My dear, go and try and settle that fight with your mommy. Okay? Or it's your best friend. Whatever it is, but figure it out. Because if you don't, the emotional eating just doesn't butterfly away. It's going to be there, and it's going to be a serious struggle, because regardless of how hard you really want to do this, emotions are really strong, and many times they win. Okay? So figure it out, and I wish you all the best. And of course, I'll always be open to questions. If you have something really personal that you need to discuss with me, of course, feel free to shoot me an email or send me a WhatsApp message, and I can't wait to help you out. All right, guys, so that's it for today, and have a blessed day ahead. Bye.